What's happening, everybody? We are here celebrating the grand opening of the FBO in Amarillo, Texas at Rick Husband Airport. Been a great event so far. Had a really good turnout. Lots of friends and customers have showed up. A lot of people traveled in to see us. We're super appreciative of them taking the time to do that. It means a lot to us for them to come and celebrate with us. A couple of people that I'm really excited about. Core piece of the FBO is your fuel partner. You got to have a really good, strong fuel partner that supports you, especially for a first-time FBO like us, a single-location FBO like us. We don't have the horsepower to go out there and compete with some of the bigger folks without a great partner. So obviously we partnered up with Fuel. I've talked about them quite a lot, and we got a couple of the faces that have helped me a ton through that process and brought me a ton of education in the process of getting this FBO up and going. We got Mark and Trent here from Fuel. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting us and being a part of the grand opening. And also, thank you guys so much for all the help you've been, getting to this point. It's been a long journey. I've asked you guys a lot of really stupid questions, and you guys handled them all gracefully and educated me well, and just really excited to move on to the next phase of actually operating and providing a product between us that we can all support our aviation customers with really well. Mark, why don't you go first?
So I'm Mark Haynes. I'm Vice President of Sales with Fuel. Been with Fuel 38 years. Been a lot of fun to watch Travis. First off, he hasn't asked any stupid questions, number one. It's first time meeting him and his vision and what he's been able to create the vision into reality. This is we wouldn't have missed this opportunity to be here today.
Thank you.
And the people of Amarillo really have to like you because of having a grand opening and it rains. So you made a lot of friends today in Amarillo with that
apparently.
aspect of it. But no, it's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's not what we know as much as what we have such a great customer base in putting our customers with people like Travis who have done this before.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to completely reinvent the wheel for how they're having to operate and compete and go and attract traffic into Amarillo, into their now new beautiful FBO. So that's the fun part, is just making those connections, and we want to continue to be out there making those connections for you and be out there swinging and working to drive traffic into Haven Aero here.
That's awesome. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Yeah, I'm Trent Reeder. I'm the regional sales manager down here. I cover Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico. And yeah, like Mark said, I mean, we are just super excited to be a part of this project and to see it open, and it's just the start.
Yeah.
So
now the real work begins.
Now
right?
the real work begins. Yeah, the actual work.
Yeah. It feels like an end of a very long project, and at the same breath that I breathe in right after that, it's like, okay, now we actually got to go do something.
Yeah, I told Travis, this is not the end by any means.
No,
this is just the beginning.
We're just getting started,
But it's also fun to watch what he's done up in Buffalo and Green Bay and just all the moving pieces that he continues to put this project on and then go and do those projects up there, which are not close to home. That's just that tells you his fortitude and pushing forward and wanting to make it mark in the aviation business.
Yeah, and you guys know this because you guys got a great support network and team around you. It's all about your team. And in my opinion, I have to have a vision big enough that all of them can live their vision inside of mine. And so my whole thing that I get fulfillment out of is watching these people have a great opportunity and a career path that they can go be successful and build their own dreams within inside of our network, and the more excited and passionate our team is, the better they serve our customers, and the better our customers are served, the more times they come back and buy jet fuel.
Yeah.
So it's important to me being in aviation, my whole career since I left high school has been all aviation. And so the people of aviation are super important to me, and making sure the pilots are well cared for, making sure the owners are getting a fair, square deal on everything, and they're not getting cheated or shortcut anywhere is really important. And now the FBO was kind of the last component that we needed to round out our service offering, being in the maintenance business for years and years now, and then moving into brokerage and charter and all that. That was kind of the last missing piece that we really needed to vertically integrate all of our services. And over the years, messing with the maintenance stuff that we've been doing, starting over in Pampa with Mr. Unruh over there, helping him, watching Ron and doing all that stuff. You guys were taking care of him over there. And so that was really, that was 15, 18 years ago. I don't know how long ago, long time ago now. That's where I really first encountered direct interaction with Fuel. And watching how you guys took care of him, and a lot of fuel providers wouldn't have gave him the time of day because he's not a real large operator. He's a small regional airport, and you guys they're helping him all the time and doing all that. So that was what's planted the seed for me in the AvFuel group, and why I wanted to work with AvFuels. Watching how you guys take care of that client, I think that'd be a great partner for me in taking care of me and my team on what we're trying to do with this. So I was didn't even do a lot of shopping around, honestly. I made a few casual questions, but it's pretty much already I'm going to go work with those guys. I like them. I like how they treat people. What's some statistics on AvFuel in general? Like how many locations, how big a company is AvFuel? Is it gallons? I don't know how you guys track it on your side, but it's not by any stretch a small company. So
no, not at all. Go ahead, Trent. I'll let you.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit over 700 branded locations.
Nice.
We started in 73. I think I got that right. And we do anything from the fuel, the trucks, the commercial side, military. I mean, we kind of stretch into everything.
Yeah.
So it's not just the FBO side.
Right.
Yeah.
I will tell you that starting back as long ago as it's been, and I wasn't in the early days of AvFuel, but pretty early days. And one of the things that we've focused on is taking care of Ron at Pampa.
Yeah.
That we don't get too big where we forget what our roots were, because that's what took us to get to what we are today, were customers like Ron, and being a very supportive from both sides. Mm-hmm. That he was supportive of us, we were supportive of him. Mm-hmm. And we looked through this Panhandle region, whether it was Mike Hutcherson in Plainview or, watching what's taking place here in Amarillo and Lubbock and Clovis, New Mexico, and we've had a big footprint in so many of these markets out here. Right. Crop dusters, a lot of crop duster business that we've done, and we still work hard to want that business and want to service them and take care of them, and so it's fun. It's been a fun ride with that piece of it.
Super cool to see. In general, how do you guys see the fuel market in aviation evolving? Has there been any big changes? One of the really cool things that happened with the FBO already, everyone's talking about the electric vehicles and eVTOL and all this stuff, and it's all been theoretical, and you see it at the trade shows and all that. We actually had an electric airplane land out here on the ramp yesterday, and I was like, maybe they are going to do something with this. This is cool. And it was a fixed wing electric, that Beta company. They had to pull a box truck up with a charger built into it to charge the airplane, but they've actually got a couple hours of charge going on it now. But we hear a lot about SAF and what's going on with the sustainable fuel programs. Is that still a big push? Is that more just kind of staying towards traditional fueling? Where do you guys see the market headed from what you're seeing?
Right now, so SAF is a big part. That's the sustainable aviation fuel that is renewable. Right now, it's coming from the feedstock, or primarily fats and greases and things like that. Mm-hmm. And they still have a big trajectory of that. We look out there in refining business in total. The jet fuel segment is the only carbon footprint or carbon product that it still has room to grow. Mm-hmm. They still, with the amount of additional airlines and additional routes going on. I just saw a new route that Virgin is starting, going from Australia to London. 19-hour flight.
Holy cow. Okay. That's a long time.
So you take that one airplane, that one route. Okay? Right. You take the route of it coming from Australia and the route of it going home. That's probably going to be somewhere around 40 million gallons annually for that one route.
That's a lot.
When you take how much fuel that airplane's burning at 19 hours in the sky each direction. But no, they see that as the jet fuel still has room to grow out there, where the other products are under a lot of pressure because of electric and more hybrids and more renewables and things like that. And if we look out there at the SAF, I mean, we're hoping to be, 10%, 15%, something like that here by 2040, in that neighborhood, something like that.
Ballpark 10% of it in gallons. Is that, you have any idea how many gallons?
I do. I don't want to say now just because I'm just off the cuff on that, but it's a large number out there. It's in the billions. Yeah, the SAF piece of it, I mean, it has had a little bit of a struggle under the administration we've got now, but it's still, people are still investing in it and doing things with it. They've still got to figure out how to get it, closer to conventional jet pricing versus what we're dealing with, out there. Right now, it's running in the good dollar a gallon range more expensive.
Okay.
And it's very limited in where the product is available out there in the marketplace.
Gotcha.
Things, but
in general, from what I'm seeing, at least in the corporate aviation side, it still seems to be growing well in general. So I'm assuming that as the corporate fleet grows, I don't follow the commercial side real close, but in the corporate side, as it continues to grow, that's still additive of more and more gallons. So I guess that's a lot of the growth as well in the jet market, right?
Well, you take a look at the corporate market, and if you look at GAMA, which is the General Aviation Manufacturers Association, you look at their numbers, and NBAA, National Business Aircraft Association, they back these numbers up, that right now we're in the 16,000 corporate aircraft out there, jets in the U.S. And they're still saying by 2050, that we should be somewhere around 25,000. So it's still a substantial growth. There's very few, industries you look out there that's nearly doubling in that time frame. And the other thing that goes along with that is just the footprint of these aircraft nowadays. So it takes a lot more hangar, it takes a lot more ramp space. And so you take a Teterboro, you take a Van Nuys, those airports, when you see them, you go, where could they grow anymore? They really can't.
They're out of room, huh?
And that's with the 16,000 aircraft that are out there with that. So
yeah, we were talking to our aviation attorney earlier, and he brought up that they're doing a lot of work in the hangar development space right now because I don't know the specific numbers, but generally speaking, there's a big hangar shortage across the country, heavily tied to this growth, right? So it seems like a lot of the high-density airports like Teterboro and those they don't really have a choice but to go to outlying tertiary airports and airports surrounding that, and they haven't been built up on that infrastructure. So it seems like a lot of opportunity out there to me for the hangar development, FBO development, growing fuel volume in that and all of those areas. Are you guys seeing any areas of slowdown or anywhere the market's not doing good right now? I look at everything a little bit rose-colored glasses on it. Yeah. So, but I try to gut check, and hey, what's not going right? What do we need to keep an eye on? But
yeah, this southern region down here that of course that I cover, it always just holds its own and is the cargo side you're seeing that slow down a little bit right now because certain things, but overall this is just a great market down here. Yeah, there's some markets down there that
the freight cargo business is by far the one that's been affected the most. In the last, if we look out over the last 18 months, in there, it was so robust when COVID was happening.
When the shipping containers started costing $20,000 instead of $2,000.
Yeah, until you just take a look that it just really, it took off out there.
Right.
And, the thing that we struggle a little bit with is that, 22 in general aviation in the U.S. was just a barn burner for the year. And 21 and 22 was the coming out of the COVID, but still, it was still shut down in a lot of international spots. So aircraft had to stay sequestered in the U.S., so they weren't able to really go to Europe and go to Africa and things. So any place that had, recreation or resort with their name, it took a lot of the corporate aircraft to those markets in that piece. And then after everything started opening up in 23, then it started dispersing again out there.
Right.
Yeah, and even going back to your hangar statement, you're seeing these larger airports get full or maybe the commercial business is getting bigger, and so there's not room for those guys. And so the hangar business is exploding for these private, smaller airports out there. And I think during COVID too, you saw a lot of these pilots moving out of the big cities and into like more rural areas, and they want to keep the plane there, and then go pick up the owner somewhere else. So I think there's just plenty of business out there.
Yeah, and with the corporate aircraft, to your point, getting bigger, a lot of these hangars weren't designed big enough to handle them. Yeah. So even if they have space, they don't have a door big enough to fit them in. And so it's an interesting evolution that's watching where it's going. And I think we got a really good runway ahead of us still on being able to grow the fuel business and and expand into other locations that aren't already saturated and kind of territory claimed and nailed down, so
you can fit plenty in this one.
We got good room in here. We're pretty well sold out already though, so now I got
you're in a great market. I mean, look what Amarillo is doing from a demographic standpoint. There's just so much construction and so much happening out here, and it's just fun to watch that of all the activity that's taking place.
Amarillo specific market has a great outlook on it as well because of the AI data centers that they're putting in up here, and they're doing those ones in Abilene and Claude out here, and now they're doing this one here and another one just on the other side of us. So those are bringing tons of construction work in, but it's also bringing a lot of high tech people in that are flying in and out of here. So I think it's going to help the overall airport volume here in Amarillo for quite a few years to come. So I think there's a lot of room in the sandbox right now. So we just got to keep staying with it. Well, cool. I appreciate you guys taking your time to come and see us and taking a minute to sit down with me and help educate our audience on the ins and outs of the fuel business. And you guys have been great partners, and look forward to a long, successful partnership with y'all.
Well, we want to thank you and Mark and y'all's families for the business and trusting us with it. I mean, this is not an easy project to go through.
Right.
I mean, you know what it took to get the approval from the city and build a fuel farm and build the hangar, and you've entrusted us with a large piece of that, and we're very thankful for that, and we're going to help you grow this thing.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
This episode is brought to you by Haven ASG. Looking to buy your first private aircraft or upgrade your current bird? Travis and the team at Haven Aviation Services Group has you covered. From finding the jet of your dreams to selling your old model, our expert brokerage teams handle every detail, connecting you to the right deal for the right aircraft every time. Visit havenasg.com/flying-high today for your custom experience to begin. Again, that's havenasg.com/flying-high, or just click the link in the show notes. Now back to the show.
Travis,
What's happening, Mr. Dub?
you did it, man.
I guess we could say we did it.
You opened the FBO, had the ribbon cutting.
Yeah, that ribbon cutting ceremony was phenomenal. We had a lot of fun, great turnout. It was a good event.
Yeah, does it feel good to be done?
Feels great to be done with that step and actually being able to start providing our service to our customers now. So now the hard work begins, right?
That's it. Providing excellent service, keeping everybody happy.
That's it. It's a key piece of kind of tying that integration together, between all our other services. The FBO is a really key piece of the front end interface on that, since that's where the owners and passengers get on and off the airplane. Tying that piece into our maintenance operation and our charter operations. Super nice. Helps us continue that vertical integration and being able to control the customer experience from start to finish.
Well, I saw your kids giving people tours on the grand opening night. I think you got to give us a tour, man.
Yeah, let's get after it. Let's get you a tour. That grand opening event was awesome. We had a great turnout for it. Super special event. We were happy to get that part of it done. So we're on the second floor, kind of so our Haven corporate offices are based out of here now. So we got a big community office where our charter sales team and some of our sales folks work out of there. Our DOM and chief compliance officers based out of here. Mr. Kemp. Then we just have the whole litany of folks that run the back end of the business all down the hallway up here.
Got some good views out of the windows here.
Got our quarter horse out there on the corner, and got a big rock with the logo on the way. It should be here in a couple days.
Oh, nice.
Nicely arranged horseshoe-shaped parking lot there.
So festive, bro.
Very festive, ain't it? So starting down here on this end, we got the area where we're going to do our decor and all that during the seasons. We're also going to be putting in a bar table right here with some bar stools where you can sit here and look over the ramp and check out all the airplanes coming and going. And it's a really good overview of being able to see what's going on at the airport. And then right here in the corner, this room I haven't tackled just yet because I want to do something really cool in here. We're going to make like a VIP bourbon lounge in here to hang out in, put a big screen on the wall right here, be able to catch a game and hang out and visit, and put a cool bar and some, like the lounge style chairs and stuff in here. So we're working on how to piece all that together. Got almost all the parts figured out, but I want to make this room really special, so we're spending some extra time getting it all put together. It's really cool with the window that overlooks the lobby on one side and the window that overlooks the ramp on the other side. It's going to be a cool spot. I think it'll be a hit. And then as we start walking out this way, you have our main concourse right here, CSR desk where they hang out right here in the front, where our friendly pilots hang out down here. What's up, buddy? And then as you come around this way, we got one of our executive conference rooms set up right here. We'll cut across here, and this space primarily using it for a lot of our Haven executive operations, Haven meetings, but it is available to our customers and stuff. They just can come in here and let us know they need this executive style conference room, and we'll hook them up. It's got all the media and technology for all the normal Zoom and Teams meetings and things like that everyone's doing nowadays. So it's a cool little spot. Right outside of that, you got your men's and women's restrooms, so they're convenient right off of there. Back here we have a little coffee bar and refreshment center, and in one of these rooms we have some stuff set up where if you're running an all-day meeting or something, we have a place to stage catering and food and that kind of thing, so you can run a marathon meeting in there if you want to. As we come back out and work our way back down the hallway this direction, we're just working our way back towards all those executive offices. And then when you come around here, you have our reception area for the upstairs portion of the building. So whenever you come up the top of the stairs, we have a receptionist that hangs out right here. This right here we put in so that whenever we move all the furniture in and out up here, we don't have to carry it up and down the stairwells. We just open this up and forklift the furniture in. And now that we're pretty well moved in, we're gonna trim this out and take the door handle off and just lock this where it just looks like a window that looks out into the hangar right here. It's a pretty cool view out into the hangar from up here. As you can see from right here, there's looking out into our hangar. We've got 35,000 square feet of hangar space. It's pretty empty right now because everyone's out using their airplanes for the most part, but we are nearly sold out. I think we have room for maybe 1 or 2 airplanes left, depending on what kind of aircraft and everything it is. But if that's something that interests you, hit me up and we'll figure out some solution for you on it. And we can run down the stairwell here. It leads to the lower level of the building. We'll go back here to the north end of the building first and work our way back towards the concourse. So down through that door you get access out into the hangar. Also have a couple of offices available for tenants that want to stay in here. Have some of our 119 people. We got Harry and Dave, our chief pilot, and our DO in here. We also have this room available to customers as they need it. We use it for internal training. These are modular desks that you can turn and make them like a conference room where you can set them up in classroom style like this. There again have the media and technology stuff in here. Great little training center though, it turned out really nice. So this room right here is a special room for us. One thing with the pilots using the facility, people don't think about this a lot, but while the passengers are here doing whatever they flew in for, the pilots are stuck at the airport all day waiting on the passengers to come back pretty frequently. And so we really wanted to make a unique space for the pilots and convenient for them where they could catch some rest, catch up on some other work, but private and isolated away from all the goings on at the airport. We have some furniture that's still on back order, but this room's going to wind up with 8 movie theater style chairs in it. But they also have their own private restroom right here that has shower, towels, all the things you could want in the restroom. This room right here, they got a little area for doing any kind of flight planning or computer work if you need to. The big screen right here, they can run all the streaming services or log into theirs, do whatever they want there. That other monitor up there has one camera on the parking lot and one camera on the ramp. So that way if the pilot's hanging out in here, he can see what's going on with his aircraft. He can see if his passengers show up, and he can get busy and get to work and not get caught off guard with his passengers. And then when those theater chairs get here in a couple of days and get those put in here, those are going to be really nice. Here's where you guys can come find Dub. He's going to be hanging out right here. So we have these little private
lap of luxury.
we have like this big massage chair in this one that does all the crazy massage functions. And then in each one of these, they're lay flat recliners with some massage functions. But if the pilot wants to be isolated or needs some confidential conversation, needs to catch some rest, whatever, they can come in and close themselves up in these sleep rooms. And then down here at the end, if you got a pilot that's really needing some rest, you got a full bed in this one down here. We don't use it for like overnight or anything, but if you just need to come in and sleep for a couple hours, that's there for the pilots to use.
Nice.
Coming down this way, we have our break room, which I think our people are enjoying at the moment. I don't know what they got going on in there, but there's a break room right there for all the employees and passengers coming in and out. One thing that also happens frequently in an FBO is when an airplane, like right now there's not a whole lot of people just standing around in here. They don't tend to spend a lot of time in here, but what happens is they land and you get anywhere from 3 to 15 people get off of an airplane. They've been on the airplane for several hours. The first thing they need to do is use the restroom. So all of a sudden you wind up with this big surge of people coming in and everyone needing the restroom at the same time. So we made sure and built a lot more facilities in there than what you would normally need for a building with the traffic that we have. But it prevents them from all having to stand around and wait in line for a restroom. And you notice they're real close to the front door where the vehicles can drop people off and pick them up, real close to the ramp where the aircraft will kick them off. So there again, it's all about that flow where it's a really seamless transition from the car to the airplane. Get in here and get the amenities that they need handled in here seamlessly. And so we're coming into the main concourse terminal area here now. So right through those double doors up there is access directly to the ramp where the airplanes come in and out. Right here straight out to the parking lot. So there again with the efficiencies. We've got all the snacks and commissary items up here, from healthy to not, whatever you want. We have the cappuccino machine right here. They make a super good vanilla latte out of there. That thing's bomb. Cold drinks, snacks, whatever you guys want, and anything we don't have here that you want, you just let us know and we'll make it happen, and make sure you have what you need while you're hanging out at the facility here. We got some lounge areas. We got our general manager's office right here accessible off the main terminal. We have all of our lovely CSRs hanging out right here at the CSR desk. We've got our line guys that are ramp adjacent right there, so they can get in and out and take care of you back there. Whenever you're headed out this way, this being a secure airport, this door doesn't open automatically, but the CSRs are sitting here at the desk all the time. You just let them know your purpose of needing to go out there and they buzz you on out to the ramp. So super efficient, straight from the plane to the car, to the snacks, to the bathrooms, all the things you guys need, all in a logical order right here, right up front in the FBO.